everyone. Welcome to my second build or renovation in the Sims 4 video. If you are new to my channel, I'm so happy that you have found us. If you are a repeat viewer, welcome back. So, as stated, this video is really more of a renovation video because I have already built the shell of the house that I want to go in and decorate, and it's built. The build is based off of a house in real life that I've actually been to, walked through. Several years ago, my family was looking for a new home to purchase, and we viewed many houses. One house in particular always stood out to me. It was on a street called St. Andrew's Drive or St. Andrew's Street, something of that nature. So it stuck in my mind as the St. Andrew house, and it was a really cool house. Very dated, very 70s. Had original wood flooring. It had an insane number of closets. It was just weird in that way. It had, in one corner of the living room or the den area, it had one of those old kind of pendant style fireplaces. Look up 70s pendant fireplaces and I guarantee you will find them. Or just kind of a drop down pot-bellied shape. They were weird and very iconic. It had one of those like in a corner platform thing. It was like an avocado green. It's very noticeable. So there were some aspects of the house that I could not recreate in The Sims. For instance, as far as I'm aware, we do not have any fireplaces that are like that in The Sims. If anyone knows of a pack where there are fireplaces like that, please drop that down in the comments. I would love to know. I don't know, that's maybe one of the only 70s-esque house features that I've ever really been fascinated by and just kind of loved the funky aesthetic of. The other thing about this house that I can truly recreate in The Sims was the fact that the house had an attached garage. So we're going to go into build mode, take a look. It was a pretty interesting layout. It had an itty-bitty kitchen with a huge pantry slash utility room. So this is what the house looks like, just dead on. You can see where I mimicked the attached garage. Doorway, it was kind of a craftsman style. I think it was all brick. It might have had some like hardy plank siding though. I haven't, this was many years ago. This was like 6 years ago. Yeah. My family moved when my current dog was 3 years old. She turns 9 this year. So yeah, it's been about 6 years. And the lot it was on was very narrow, and the house took up most of the lot. As you can see from the lot that I chose to build on. I chose to build on this particular lot because it kind of mimicked the same thing. It was interesting because when my family went to view this house, there wasn't actually anyone to show it. They simply left the back door unlocked, and the back door was through the master bedroom. So there was this sliding door. Let me put walls up so everyone can see. There were sliding doors to this little private patio area in the back off of the master. Now, I didn't mimic this in the build because I know I'm just going to take it away. But there was like damage to the wood flooring, water damage, like severe water damage, like hole down, showing down to the foundation. And then they had closet space and master bedroom. I actually think my memory of this is somewhat flawed from how I did it in the game. I think actually it was reversed, that the closet was on the outer wall and the bathroom was on the inner, but you know, potato potato. Then there was another bedroom. Then there was this long hallway with another closet. The hallway didn't actually go through to the living room, I don't think, from what I recall. It's possible that it did. And then you had like another closet here by the back door. Why is that door green? It doesn't matter because I'm getting rid of it anyways, but I'm still gonna change the color back to white. So you had like 2 bedrooms here on the side. And yes, I know they seem very narrow. And then you had, this would have been a good selling point for my family. Well, specifically for my brother and I, because the secondary bathroom was, well, you can see. So you had 2 doors, and you would walk in, and you had these divided walls, and on either side, you had a sink and a toilet, So essentially, and then the tub was through there. Both room opened up into another room where the tub was. I gotta admit, that was pretty snazzy. I lobbied really, really hard for this, honestly, rather massive house that really, like, seriously, in real life, it needed so much work. Like, an insane amount of, like, the foundation, it needed foundation work, it needed flooring work, it needed stuff to the ceiling, it needed a full rehab. Now, it wasn't condemned level bad, and it was in a good neighborhood, and for a decent price, but it needed so much work. It was insane. So, but this was a selling point because my brother and I have always, since we were kids, we've had to share a bathroom. And so it would have been really awesome to have had essentially separate getting ready areas and then just have to like share the area with the tub. That would have been just freaking ideal. But that obviously did not happen. So, oh well. Sometimes that's how life goes. What else? Yeah, like I said, super, super narrow kitchen. And the living space was interesting. It was like open concept living and dining combined. So like over here by where your front door is, like that would have been where like your dining table and stuff was, I think. Or it was the other way around. Like over here was your living and over here would have been your dining, because I think technically sorry, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. The area where the little corner where the fireplace was, I think that was actually over by the front door. Looking back kind of through my memory, but it's hard because, gosh, we only walked through the house once and decided, because it was an awkward place, compared to where we had lived before. Before, we'd lived kind of centrally where we could have gotten to either my maternal grandparents or my paternal grandmother fairly quickly. And where this house, the St. Andrew's house, was located, it would have taken us a lot longer to get, especially to my paternal grandmother, who was at the time very old. She has since passed away, but yeah, that was a big concern, was we didn't want to be all that far from my grandparents. And like I said, the kitchen was laid out weird. It was this tiny little footprint, And then you had this little breakfast nook tucked away. And then there was this huge pantry and utility room. Like, it didn't need to be like that. Now, like I did say, the garage was attached. Well, in The Sims, we don't have cars. I don't think we'll ever have cars, like actual drivable cars for your Sims. And honestly, I know a lot of people argue for having cars, but I think it's kind of redundant. Unpopular opinion, I know. But, like, okay, so my Sims are going to get on a car, pull out of their driveway, go into the street, drive for all of 2 seconds, and then bam, loading screen. Or, rabbit hole. Like, what even is the point? I'm sorry. I don't get it. Like, it just, with the look, if the worlds were completely open, like they were, like, if the neighborhoods and everything was all open world like it was in The Sims 3, okay, then I would understand cars. Then it would make sense. But I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it for The Sims 4. So I'm gonna get rid of that whole garage situation because that is square footage we could be tapping into, and we aren't. So that's the first big thing I'm gonna do. I want more kitchen space. Did I go down one too far, or is it at the same level? It's hard to tell until I stick a doorway there. So, arch. Yeah, it's level. Great. So what that means is I'm actually going to... How do I want to do this? Well, first I'm going to get rid of some walls. I may put them back later. Okay. Get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the pantry. Not necessarily the items that I stuck in the pantry. Well, the shelving, yes. I'm going to get rid of the pantry walls because it's stupid. Okay. See, this allows me to reconfigure, like, I know I'm going to want windows along the side of the house. I know I'm going to want windows on the front. This gives me a better opportunity to figure that out. I also think these bedrooms are super, super narrow. And if I don't have a hallway, I can fix that. Also, the hearth situation for that very 70s style fireplace that is not there because we do not have one. That's gonna go away. If you're wondering how to fix that, because that was just platformed. Two ways I can... There's always a couple of different ways you can do this. I can do that, which is fine. We might as well get rid of this wall while we're at it. See, I'm not against having hallways, but I think the current hallway layout of this house was absolutely stupid. I mean, not to be a bitch about it. By the way, these are not children approved videos. I make that very, very, very clear with my my YouTube settings. But so yeah, not to be a bitch about it, but it's kind of stupid placement. And I appreciate all the closet space, but I think it's a little ridiculous. So one of the things that my mother and I brainstormed about this house when we first went through it was the master bedroom setup. And we talked about, wouldn't it be cool I mean, it had an ensuite, but it was kind of an awkward shaped bedroom, to be quite honest, and the ensuite was rather oddly shaped as well. And we really didn't need a 4-bedroom house, which is what this house was. So we said, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if. And I actually don't recall if the 4th bedroom had an ensuite or not. I kind of created one because it was kind of an awkward little shape, and I thought, oh, let me stick another bathroom there. We talked about, wouldn't it be neat to knock down essentially all the walls between master bedroom and this other secondary bedroom and just reconfigure the whole thing into one big master suite. Well, I think that's a tad excessive, personally, but we have that infant update coming, right? What if, this is just an idea, this is just a little idea. What if I go ahead, take down all the walls, and then reconfigure it into a master with an ensuite that has a connecting door into a nursery? I mean, then when it's no longer a nursery, you can just, take that door out, put in new drywall, and, boom, you just have a large master with a huge ensuite. Easy, simple. Allows for easy access to the baby, right? I mean, that's a good idea. Also, should make potty training a lot easier. You don't have to travel, from one floor to another, because you're from one side of the house to the other. It's right there. So, I want to figure out the rest of this layout. I do. I kind of want to deal with the kitchen first, because honestly, I'm not feeling that kitchen layout, and I want to move this window like there and center it, because I think that'll look better. I want to move this window so it's not quite in the corner. I like for there to be at least one wall tile's worth of space, usually, or at least half a wall tile's worth of space between the corner and a window. More if I think I can manage it. I do like them to be even. I'm not, insane when it comes to having things symmetrical, but some symmetry is nice, in my personal opinion. Actually, that's not the biggest window I can do with seasons, is it? This one is slightly taller, although if I'm going for that, see, this house was not particularly tall. It was what is often referred to as a ranch style house, which means it is long and low. It did not have the roof of a ranch style house, but the rest of it was pretty well in line. Okay. So, how do I want to do this? It's hard because you can see, for reference, I had set things up. Okay. Sell those. I no longer need quite so many lights because, even though the space is still large, it's not as enclosed. How best to do this? See, I almost think that if one was going to do a pantry or a utility room, this space is actually almost perfect for it. But then it also serves well to do kitchen, and it's hard to decide. Let's go to surfaces. And I'm not sure what flooring I'm going to do yet, which makes picking out the style of whatever I want a little more difficult, but I don't despise the countertops from Parenthood. In fact, like, I think that one is okay. Yeah, I don't really like the yellow on top, so like the blue and white and the natural wood and white are okay. That red wood is a little, it's a little orangey. I think they got a little over ambitious with the colors, or maybe just over enthusiastic. I feel like the house was, a lot of it was very 70s and very mid-century modern. So I actually really like the countertops from Dream Home Decorator for this, I think. And I remember green being a big thing in this house, but I don't know that I'm going to go with my favorite green. Don't mind gray, the kind of gray-blue countertops. I've heard some people complain about them. I don't get it. I don't. I could do that. Or I can do that and then the fridge. And then do like this here. And like a regular one for like the sink. And there's like a towel there. And then just another regular, or just an end counter. There. And then I could do like a little island thing with the oven and stove top. As a thought. I want the kitchen to feel more open. I don't want it to feel quite so cramped. I'm used to having a galley style kitchen. And honestly, it's very efficient. It's just difficult for more than one person, more than two people really, to be in there at the same time. Okay. Picking out the fridge is always the difficult part. I wish they had done a fridge with Dream Home Decorator, because it would have, I think it would have been better. I really like this fridge from Jungle Adventure. I like this fridge. I like the vintage looking ones a lot. They're not high quality. Well, the vintage ones from oh, what's the name? Cottage Living. I do like them. Pretty. Yeah, I can't go mid-century and then. Okay. Let's go to style. Mid-century. Okay. This one is gonna come closest. Let's do silver. For now, that's, nice and neutral. Because, yeah, they don't really have darker. Well, they have some dark-ish colors, but even then, they're still pretty bright. I could go, let's see, yellow. Where's the yellow countertop? Oh. It's the other ones. Let's see. Yeah, it's these. These have the yellow. Darn. But would it be too much yellow is the thing. I don't know. We'll revisit colors later. We will revisit colors and styles later. For now, let me just figure out layout. This is hard. When I build a shell and I kind of get an idea of a layout, And then I have to go in and actually figure out the layout. I know some people do like layout first, put items in first, and then build out. I struggle with that. I really do. And I really don't want to change the outer dimensions at all. Gray sink to match all of the metal thus far. I don't think that's bad. I think we're off to a decent start. Let's look at back to surfaces. Not that. Okay. I do. This say here, here. Is that too tight? Or I could go here, here. What do I do? Like that. Could do another one. That. I wonder what the difference is. Watch. Oh, that's. Huh. And the countertop doesn't quite line up. That's weird. It's just the right end piece, left end piece. So then is this one supposed to go like like that? This one goes like that, I guess. It's still weird. It's okay. And I think I can stick little objects on those shelves, so that might be the way to go. Weird coloration options, but I think that might be the best bet. And you can still come around it, is the thing that I want to keep in mind. Like, I don't want to make this an overly complex kitchen. Alright, let's see about appliances. A house like this, I think, would have had a gas stove originally, but we can go electric. That way we don't have an awkward hang down. We can just do pendant lighting and no, might work better. That. See, then the towel actually is just right there. Right behind it. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. See, when I have towels like that, I don't bother putting paper towels, really. I'll do them on top of a shelf. I won't do them down on the counter. Let's see. And then so we can do electric oven. The same stage creep, right? It has to slot in. What was the awkward part? But we can get around that because we can go in and do bb dot move objects on. Move objects cheat is on. Now mount that stove into the counter. So here's the thing. If you slot the oven, rather, not the stove, into a counter spot with the move objects cheat on, and it already had like a stove or whatever on top of it. So let me take it away, put it back. You can see on camera that the counter is still showing up behind it. When that happens, the stove is unusable. But if you take the stovetop off, and then you put it back on, now the counter appears gone. The oven is still there, and your sons can now use it. I will play test this before I put it up on the gallery or anything, but it should work. I love that cheat. And we can decide colors and such later. Kind of like the defined of the black and the white. So stick the fridge back like that. Okay. Lots of good stuff happening. Okay. What next? So that's like the major kitchen needs. Let's put in some bar stools. Oh, and we'll want a trash can. Do trash can first because that should be under appliances. I like this one. I mean, I know it's exactly what it says it is. It's a generic plastic wastebasket. I mean, that's no false advertising there. Just tuck it. There. Should still be usable, but not too in the way. Maybe? We'll see. Who knows, I could still come back and totally redesign this whole setup. I want to leave... I want to leave off on the cabinetry for right now. Because I don't know if these counters are the final counters that I want to go with. And because I know I want to do something with the backsplash. I'm sorry, I am all tongue-tied tonight. Yeah. Comfort. Bar stools. I don't know. I like both the ones from Tiny Living and Dream Home Decorator. The one thing I like about Dream Home Decorator is the wood tends to match better. Sometimes I like to do the sage and white. Sometimes I like to do the sage and kind of this orangey rust color, because they have the brown woods in the same tones. It's kind of that layout. Again, not fully decorating yet, but getting there. And like, okay, so if we do the cabinetry, then that begs the question of, okay, where does one actually put a pantry? See the dilemma. Like with these windows, which I think go best with the house style-wise, I can't really fit. It looks weird. maybe I don't do this window in the middle. Maybe I kind of go back to the way it was before. Just smaller. And I don't think this shelving for a pantry. I just don't see that. Actually, spread it one wider in each direction. That way the windows are centered there. So it's long, but it's narrow. Maybe? Or go back, put the windows like that. I scoot this over one. Or I could do another of these, extend this out, thereby giving us more countertop space. That's an idea. I don't know. Y'all just leave a message in the comments. Tell me what you would do with this space. I'm curious. I think most of the house was painted beige on the inside in real life, from what I recall. I could totally be wrong. Would be glad to be wrong. It was ugly. So ugly. Let's see. Go over to surfaces, countertops. The pantry counter light for that. Books. Interesting. What was it like for this? This looks more like a real pantry. My personal opinion. This sage is nice. And you can fit a heck of a lot in a pantry that size. Let's just right over there. Golden ring. Yeah, you've got extra glassware, extra crafts, napkins. You saw all of your paper goods. Same sage colors as the others, but it's much more condensed and seamless, which you'd kind of expect out of a pantry, honestly. And I think we just stuck a door there and kind of a door though. Like maybe like one of the ones from Dream Home Decorator. It's kind of neutral. Or white. Match the other doors. Or I'm matching the other. That's the better option. See, this gives me a more clearly defined floor plan space. And actually, now if I extend this room out one, 2. I put that on the same line. I believe it does. The wall. Yeah, it would. So see, then it's a very clearly defined space. I can now make more cabinet space. Yeah, I like the looks of that a bit better. That just makes a little more sense to me. See, that means we have an expanded bedroom by quite a bit. And even if this one doesn't come out quite as far, still better. Also, let's see, what if let's just imagine for a minute, I get rid of that closet space there. Then this interesting double bathroom is, I think, honestly, one of the cooler features of the original house. I would like to keep it, just perhaps not smack in the middle of the floor plan. I know there's faster ways to delete these tiles. I don't care. Okay. I know we have a mess of lights. That's fine. Goodness. Back to here. So let's just imagine for a minute. As much as I don't really want to alter the outside much, I could do that. That there. And delete the half wall. That over. That over. Essentially just bring the whole thing in. I don't know. I'm just playing with it at this point. to terrain paint. Race. Race. It's okay though, because I'm gonna fix it. That in one. Okay. It would help if I'd straighten out my camera. Yep. That over. Actually, I'm going to this over there. Trim. It's funny that trim from cats and dogs is actually fairly mid-century modern. Well, mid-century arts and crafts. Just looks good. Okay, back to terrain paint. Race. Dirt. Okay. So it's getting there. Alright, back to walls. I feel I have a decently okay, so there it is. I think this will allow us to set up kind of living and dining, perhaps maybe a touch more efficiently. I don't know. we'll try it. We'll try it and see how it goes. Like, I'm actually thinking of having dining kind of tucked over here on this kind of more open space, be living, but it might be better to have it go the other way around. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see how it looks from the outside with the windows. That's obviously uneven. I need to figure out a better... Maybe I do different windows in those areas. Let's see. I do... I could do these again. Here, here, even right on the edges. Stick a fireplace or something between. That was the thing. It's quite the moment. Yeah. Do that. I mean, one thing is I could have just kind of this kind of generic entry dining and then have the living room be all the way over here. That's another thought. So I'll have this blank wall for TV or whatever. I mean, windows don't have to look symmetrical. I just like it when they do. See, I feel like that's kind of too many tiny windows. So what if I did those? This one centered there. If I do this as the dining area, centered there. This one centered there. There. And I don't think that looks too wildly uneven. Like, that's not too bad. Because I remember this house did not have a whole lot of natural light. It's a weird house. It just was. Okay. Let's see, now I could maybe... See, I think I can get rid of this little hall closet here. And if I do that, because this is The Sims, they don't actually need that many closets. If I do that, then I can take the string home decorator sliding door, there, bring that back. Yeah, we'll let it stay long. Okay. It's coming along. It's not perfect, but what house is perfect? Even in The Sims. One thing I like to make sure of when I decorate is I like to make sure that when I go through and add clutter, that the clutter I select for an area is actually relevant to that area. For instance, sometimes I will download builds off of the gallery, and I'll go ahead and load it up furnished, pre-furnished, and I will find that people, and this will be houses without CC, and that it has all the same packs that I have. People will go and stick like the little kitchen utensil holders in the bathrooms as clutter, or on a shelf in a children's bedroom. Last time I checked, the spatulas and the spoons don't belong in the bathroom or in the baby's nursery. There's other decor for that. Don't, put decor where it makes sense to have it. Not where it doesn't belong. If you're new to Sims, that's a good tip. Put clutter where it belongs. Okay. Let's do... I do want to leave that one hall closet because I think that just kind of makes sense in a house this size, is that there be at least like one hall closet. Okay. So we can see where the previous bathrooms were. Actually, this is a great way to make sure you've got your heights matched the way you want. So let's put in the new walls. Make sure I've got my stuff lined out correctly. Go like that. Out. Do. That's all even. What I can do is I can tuck a shower, or I can just tuck a toilet back in that little cubby. And then that though. I know this is going to seem weird on the surface of it, but I think I can do some interesting things. Like I can do essentially a built-in bookshelf in there in the master. I think I have the wall space to do some interesting stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Also have to figure out the whole bed situation. All that good stuff. But it's coming along, which is the point. Okay. Let's take a look at doors again. Okay. Trying to make sure that the doors are turned in such a way as they won't clip into anything when the Sims move through them. But I will play test this and make sure that they're all turned the correct ways. Let's get this dining area set up next. I think this will be a family home. So let's see, dining table. There's a couple of interesting ones. See, we've got a fairly large space, so I think we can do a long table, which will be nice. If I can ever decide which one I want to use. It's always my hard thing to do is decide which table I want to use. I really like that dark wood. That's usually my go-to wood for tables. Like, let's see about chairs. Actually, let me go back to, oh, let's see, do I have a lighter? Yeah, I do. That kind of matches. do a fun mix match of chairs. Well, actually, that and that. Do another one there. Go for white. Green there, and then I'll do a high chair. I don't think we get new high chairs with the update, but maybe we get new high chairs with the expansion pack. I hope we do. We need new high chairs. We need better looking high chairs. I don't know. I think that looks good. And I'll figure out a rug and better flooring. I apologize because I'm going to blow my nose now. Allergies are killing me. Okay. I am not quick at this process. It always takes me a while. I always enjoy my end result. I'm not feeling that chair. Always enjoy my end result, but it does take me a while. No, I do not like that high chair. Bright shape, wrong colors. I think right now I've only got 2 or 3 high chairs. Maybe one from Kindermaid? No. Yeah? Where's the other one? I know it's here. There it is. Don't know if I have anything in that shade of wood. Even remotely within the same color palette. That she'll have to do. It's a better match than the other thing anyways. I feel like I'm gonna go back and delete that whole thing, but for now, at least I've got the shape of that space kind of figured out. That's half the battle, always. Okay. Bathroom. Bathrooms are usually pretty easy as far as layout and stuff, and I think I'm going to use the stuff from Tiny Living because it's all kind of modular and has stuff built in and like that. And what I like is I can do kind of 2 different flavors of bathroom in this. They don't have to be totally matchy-matchy, which is nice. I appreciate that. Really is like a split personality. I think I actually want a tub combo. This one's kind of fun. Again, in many ways, very built in. It's a little more plain. It's girly, plain. It's cool. Skateboards, girly or plain. I think this one, because it's not super girly or super boyish, it's just kind of fun. I think I'll go with that one. Something that's kind of built in that I can do. Quite big enough. Maybe not on that. They're under decorations. Just hit mid-century, see what comes up. They have got ones like that. Tall bath cabinet. There's one from Parenthood. That's dark wood, gray, white. It's kind of corally. This one is more industrial looking. Oh, I don't know. It's just easier if I stick it up against the wall. But I think I want it there in the middle, and then just I'll build out something around that. I don't know what yet, but I will think of something. Whatever it is, I want it to actually be like as tall as the tub is part of my issue. Go back to surfaces, shelving for a minute. It is really deep. Could do. I can just keep building up with like a ton of cubby holes. That's a thought. It'd be nice if it was all as deep as the shower, but I don't think I'm going to be able to manage that. The stupid keeps getting in my... And then I can't see. It's always so much fun. Not really. actually comes up a little taller in the tub, which it doesn't really need to. I just need to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Now to just change up my coloration. Let's see if I do it with the white and blue. White, yellowish white, yellow and white. White and teal is kind of cool. Bathroom, but I don't. On the opposite side, do like the inverse. Okay, so that gives me plenty of cubbies to like put bath toys, towels, all that good stuff. Tissues, not toilet paper, unless you have like the bathroom clutter kit, and that, I mean, that's like perfect for the bathroom clutter kit. You can fill that up with all the bathroom clutter you want. That's like your linen closet, and it's perfect. I'm going to apologize yet again for my allergies kind of affecting my videos. I was doing really good tonight up until a point. I don't want to take my allergy meds because that like knocks me out. Let's try for toilets next. I mean, I actually like how compact the ones are from Tiny Living. There's a lot of great stuff in that pack. Okay. I think that works pretty good. Again, it's not decorated or anything yet. Haven't decided on flooring, haven't decided on the rest of the bathroom colors, but that's a pretty good start. This bedroom here. What to do? Master kind of situated furniture-wise. Comfort beds. Full-sized. Do you like this one? Do you think that provides enough room to do tables, side tables, both sides? So for decisions. Oh, see, that's kind of nice and low. Some modular ones. Let's see. Yeah, they do have light wood, which is nice. And it's so low that it's underneath the windowsill, which is kind of perfect. I can readjust the bed just a tiny little bit. Yeah, that works darn near perfect. That's great. Okay. Oh, actually, is there another? That's the one. The white. Added, I think. Yeah. Just adds an extra little level of dimension. Again, I like the slots underneath. I can stick like a little book thing or whatever. Let's go to storage, to bookshelves. Tall single shelf. Like in the white. That. Sometimes bookshelves are hard. Yeah, it's one thing, if you're looking from above, you can see that actually uses about half the tile space. And I can position it a little bit better to where it lines up a little bit better with the wall so it truly looks built in. And I think that looks okay. Although darn, if I set everything that way, then I can't get to the right. Okay. It's always something. I'm always forgetting something. At least that's like perfectly centered. That's nice. I can put one of the doors. There. Just center it like that. So I do it like there. And see, now I wonder if I should be doing a dresser in that area. I think maybe I should. Or that, so it's not really so much a built-in. And then I can set a dresser on it, no problem. Modular, and I think I can fit shoes into that. I don't know for sure though. I'm gonna try. Decorations. I think they're under clutter. Dream home decorator. Yep. Yeah, they do fit. Okay. Don't forget the sneaks. The casual kicks. Can I not? Can I only put one at a time? That's interesting. Where do you footwear? Like that, and then maybe do the basket or something. I don't know. Come back to that. And maybe do like the little window seat thing. I got. I'm gonna sneeze again. Ah, that's nice and slim. Underneath the windows. Let's take a look at drapes. clip a little. Almost right. There we go. And I think I actually want to take this to the hill with the yellow. Bedroom door. That. And again, I'll play test to see exactly which way the doors swing and how to account for it. But yeah, I think that's turning out okay. It's kind of a lot. It's rather busy, but let's do a mirror. Like layout wise, I think it's okay. A different shade of green. I like the color of the bench. I like I think that's nice. Oh, I suppose I could drop it. No. I can raise it, but I can't drop it. Okay. What I think. This video has gone on for an hour and 30 minutes, which is fine, but I'm getting to a point where I can't keep up with what all I need to do. I still have ideas, and I don't know. I'm just not sure. So what I think I'm going to do is right now we have done, this may end up being a 2-part project. So like a 2-video project. So right now we have got kitchen, pantry / utility room, laundry room, what have you, dining, secondary bathroom, and master bedroom are all kind of set up furniture wise. Still need to go through and decide walls and floors and the other 3 bedrooms and the master bath, living room. So I think we will end it here for tonight. And maybe tomorrow I will record doing more of this, and that'll give time for feedback, as far as, does anyone have any suggestions? I'm actually, what I should have done earlier, when I first started recording videos, and what I will do now is I will go and post the link for these videos on Twitter and just kind of throw out there, this is a renovation in progress, and I'd love to hear more ideas for what I could do. Essentially, consider it a shell challenge. Nothing as far as the outside structure changes. I would be interested in hearing recommendations for the roof line. I'm not thrilled with that roof line, so I would be open to changes there. And just thoughts on what could be done to improve this space. So I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here, and I will hopefully see you all next time. So have a wonderful time wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye, everyone.